Hi everyone, I go by the name Jermaine Okwe, known as Jermaine OG. Welcome to BTS Master Class, the official masterclass for the youth, for the influencers, for the creators, and the first ever masterclass for creators in Lagos, Nigeria. I'd like to welcome everybody officially. It's a night of glitz, glamour, and fashion. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Hermes live in the building. You know the vibes. Hermes, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great, to be honest. I can't wait to get out there and speak. Just talk about the process, you know?
Yeah.
Because like I said, I had an interview earlier and I was saying, a lot of people see results on Instagram.
Yes.
Like the end result.
Yes.
And they don't know so much about the process.
Yes.
And this is what BTS, I feel like BTS
It's about.
Masterclass is about. So it's a great thing to get to know about, like how people make these results.
Yeah.
So they can replicate it if they want to as well.
Yeah. So tell us something we don't know about you today on BTS.
What do people not know? I'm a very shy guy.
Hermes, shy.
Yeah, I am.
The dancer.
I'm very expressive, but I'm not. I'm very introverted, to be honest.
Yeah.
But that's not something that anyone could ever guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to today?
Everything. Beautiful people. I already seen a lot of beautiful people come to the
And it's only just starting. We're just getting started.
just getting started. And there's already a lot of people.
Yeah.
Here, so yeah, I'm looking forward to all of it.
All right. See you inside.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Gentlemen, we're live with Dr. C. Moit in the house. Sorry, guys. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good.
It's such an honor to have you here. You're a legend, and for you to grace our event, we are excited. How do you feel?
No, the pleasure is mine. I'm excited. You know, I was telling some other guy earlier on. You know, for me, what's important is obviously living the life I've lived and having the career that I've had. With my experience and my knowledge, the most important thing is to be able to pass that on to a new generation.
Yeah.
And hopefully I help them to dodge some of the pitfalls that I did. Yeah. So to be able to do that on your platform is amazing. And I mean, I'm super proud of you for what you've done.
Thank you so much. Thank you for always supporting. What you guys don't know is that Dr. C has always supported us.
My God.
And we love him from Jermaine Media to you. So
what?
now, tell us on the show, what don't we know about you?
There's a lot to.
Like, tell us just one thing that the crowd don't know about you.
I mean, I have a film on Netflix. A lot of people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The Order of Things.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people don't know that I've sort of switched from music into making film and television.
Yeah.
And I'm into gaming and esports.
Yes.
So those are my main focuses right now.
Yeah.
So stop asking me to release a new song.
But you have to release a new song.
No, I don't.
An album? An EP?
Wow.
So you say you're done with music?
Done.
Forever?
Done as a career. I might do it as a hobby.
All right. So what are you expecting to see tonight?
I see some people already here. You know, people looking and eager to get knowledge. And, you know, hopefully we don't spill too much tea.
All right. Shout out to Dr. Seed. And yeah, I'll catch you inside.
See
All right.
Let me move. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BTS 2023. If you know you're happy and ready to have fun tonight, let me hear you say yeah! What's good? Shout out to the early comers, the people that don't do Nigeria time. Shout out to all of you. It's about to be a late night. Because we start and the after party starts by 6 to midnight. We're here to midnight. We party till midnight. So thank you guys for coming. The show is about to start. I go by the name Jermaine OG and I'll be your host for the day. A round of applause for yourselves, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the second speaker for the day, we have Hermes! Thank you. All right. Introducing the third speaker for today, we have Dr. Seed! Ladies, make some noise! Thank you so much for coming, sir. All right. Mohis in the house. BTS started in 2021, right? And before 2021, during COVID, it was a live show where entrepreneurs, celebrities like this will come and they will speak to young girls like you, young boys like you, about, you know, chasing your dreams, about what they have had to go through to be where they are. And it was just a live show during COVID. How many of you were in Nigeria during COVID? Can I see your hands up? If you're in Nigeria during COVID-19. All right. So we all are aware that during COVID-19, we're locked inside the house. Am I correct? All right. That caused a change, right, in our whole workflow. You know, our workflow is cover events before COVID. I remember now, Dr. Sid, I'll see you at event. Dorathy, all of you, I'll be asking you guys pose for pictures. I used to be a photographer as well for my company. So I'll be disturbing them for pictures and, you know, for content. But COVID came and it paused us. And that's what started the live show, because we were home for 5 months and we had to make it work, right? So I think the first thing you take out of that is that with every like obstacle, there's like a blessing in disguise, right? That's the first thing you take out of everything. Because COVID came, no more outings. Now we have to do, you know, the live show. And the live show was on for like 3 months. COVID left, or rather, COVID was like, you know, not like mandatory with the rules anymore. And then 2021 came, we had the first master class. We graduated our first set of influencers and creators. By the way, if you come to this master class, you can go out and tell them that you are an established influencer, because this platform gives you the right to be that, right? So 2021, we graduated our first set of influencers and creators. A lot of them have gone on to be CEOs, own their companies, do things for themselves that I deem very incredible, right? 2021, we did the same thing last year, September 1st, and we're here now. So a round of applause for yourselves for being class of 2023. Not to bore you guys so much with my conversations, I would like to speak to the speakers so they can tell us quickly about themselves and what they have been doing, and, you know, their journey so far and what they have for you guys. I think I'll start with Hermes. All right. So Hermes, tell us your story. We know you used to be a dancer, right? We used to see you on Stay Far Away, Focalistic and Davido. If you guys don't know Hermes, he's the dancer from Away video with Davido and Focalistic and a lot of other videos. So tell us how you went from being that to where you currently are, and how they can, you know, inculcate that.
So it's been it's been an interesting journey living this life that is mine. Hermes, Chibueze ELA. Coming from having to leave school because I was sure after.
Hermes, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. So I had to leave school for a passion.
The juiciest moment of your career so far, like what stands out for you? It could be like moment, it could be like what has changed. What really stands out for you?
I feel like for me, what stands out the most is being able to take care of my own. You feel me? Like,
All
although my
right.
mom, I don't think my story with my mom is like something that is like strange to anyone here, or if it is, I take care of my mom, able to take care of my siblings, and that's me coming from where I'm coming from, not having any of that, any support, getting here, being able to support my own, being able to conceive ideas and have the backing to be able to accomplish them, not have as much limitation as I've had back. Like, I think about things I could already do now, but for the other things, like having a videographer, it just felt like a lot of things were impossible. Now, a lot of things feel possible at an instant rate, and I think that's a blessing to have, to be honest. I feel like that's the biggest thing that has happened so far, being able to dream and see the possibility of accomplishing that dream. I think that's the biggest thing that's happened to me since I've been alive, to be honest.
I think also people would like to know, right? They talk about fame,
But a lot of things come with fame. How do you handle fame? And how do you advise these young ones heading to fame, to prosperity and success to handle it?
So the one thing that I know for sure that I wasn't prepared for was the hate.
The what?
The hate.
We can't hear you.
The hate. People going under your comment section, just
Those
typing
guys.
stuff and thinking, oh yeah, that person is a celebrity. They start to see you as not human, not able to conceive or have emotions or feel a certain type of way. It's a lot, because then again, you might think, oh, this person's not going to read it, or you're trying to get that person's attention, but that person is human. Like, I think that the hate was something I feel like I'd had personal reality with like people throwing things that I didn't exactly agree with to me. Like, I walk on the streets back in the Shoki, and people just whisper things like, oh, this guy, he wears a earring, he does that, he never wears a trouser, because I was wearing shorts everywhere. Like, I'll go a distance with just shorts and like singlets and stuff. And people just talked and had their opinion and just aired it like that. Like, I don't feel or I don't hear it. Even if you hear, it's like, what's my business? Like, I feel like coming out, there's been a whole lot of that. Like, the one I had to deal with was like minor. But now it's like every time you have to deal with positive, negative. I feel like it comes with it, but not a lot of people think that it's something to think about. It's like, oh, you're getting so much money. Like, why you pay someone is throwing hate at you? Focus on your money. Like, you know, they say
it's
like,
not
oh,
easy.
Yeah, they say like you're not human. Like, you shouldn't feel anything. Since you have money, you shouldn't feel, or you shouldn't express or you shouldn't be able to. And it's a lot. And a lot of things that you pray for fame. A lot of the things that you can do right now, you'll be shocked. You think you don't enjoy them. You want to ball so hard. You'll be shocked at how many things you enjoy right now that when you get there, you won't be able to like do. You can't just pull up at the mall and just shop and just be with your friends. You can be seen in certain places. You can be seen doing certain things. It cuts away the level of freedom that you've got.
Me, I go mall, low.
Emike,
Why I not go
Omawumi,
mall?
they know me. I don't conform. I don't do none of that. I don't do it. As long as I have to do what I have to do, I have to be human as well. As much as people see me as whatever it is, an inspiration. It's a great thing, but I do not owe you the responsibility of living up to your expectation. I don't even know what that is. I have a whole life. Like sometimes you go out and people want to take pictures, and this person will never consider the fact that maybe this person has had a bad day. Like, this person just belong. He had to pay that, or he had to deal with this emotion, and he had to deal with this family member. They never think of that. It's like, you're a celebrity. I'm not going to see you again. I'm probably going to see you once in a lifetime. This picture, I have to take it. Like, this person has only 10% tolerance. He shouts at you, or they shout, or she shouts at you, and this person becomes a terrible person in that moment. But like I said, it's always what it is with me. Like, I can't fake it. If I don't have so much to give, I'm already telling you I have that countenance. Like, oh, sorry, I can't take pictures or whatever it is. But I feel like people don't get to understand that quote unquote celebrities are human beings as well, and
Human beings with
they've
emotions.
got their own exactly.
So how will you tell them to handle it when they eventually get there?
I'd say do as much as you can when you can. Like I said, I like to believe that personal consciousness or consciousness of self is important. Like, if you know how much you've got to give on a daily, then you know what it is, where you can be. Sometimes I feel like I don't have so much. I don't want to be out. I don't want to be out. I don't want to be social. I stay in my house. So if I go out, I go to like really chill places. So I feel like if you know what you want or what you've got to give, you know exactly how to apply yourself. And then, but it's Lagos, you can always be prepared. So I'll say just give that extra.
And just be conscious.
Just be conscious as much as you can be. If someone wants something you can give, be honest enough to tell them that, oh, I don't have this to give. Hopefully, when I'm done dealing with what I have to deal with, I can give you what you want. Just be honest with yourself, and then in being honest with yourself, you can be honest with everyone around you.
You said something about stereotype. How do you deal with the stereotype? You know, being a flamboyant man, you know, with the color of your hair, with the piercings, how do you deal with the stereotypes? Because I know a lot of us here deal with stereotypes. I mean, all my life, they have stereotyped me. If I didn't fight to be here today, I know for day here, and I won't be doing what I know God called me to do. So how do they fight the stereotype, and how do they stay here?
So I won't. How do I even approach that question? So I feel like stereotype or being stereotypical is being compared to a degree of norm, to definition of what it means to be normal. Outside of that, you're not relatable. And as much as I want to say that's like easy or it's a great thing to be, no, it's not. You cannot come and disrupt people's norm and not expect a level of fight.
Please say that again.
I said you cannot, as an individual within a collective society. I don't start with my individual and collective. So you cannot be an individual within a society or collective and be totally different in comparison and not expect a level of I don't know, fight from what is resistance. Thank you, Dr. C. Resistance from what is considered the norm. But I feel like that is exactly what it costs to be great. Because for that same thing that you've been castigated, it's the same. If you do build it and you're able to create value with it, it's the same reason why you be accustomed to greatness. So it's the balance between things. For greatness, you have to pay a great price. So if you want to be different, obviously, not a lot of people will see you as such. Everyone would expect what is considered the norm from you. And from that perspective, because you, before you, there's not been something that's relatable for them to that. Now, for me, being stereotyped in my community is because the guys that look like me in my community are exactly the ones that constitute violence and everything. So this is their relation to that look. So when they see me, they see violence, they see the things they don't want to see in that community. But I am not of that, category. So now to prove that stereotypical view wrong is to do and then become so much more. It's no longer the case in my community. Now everyone is shouting, Hermes is all of us, Standing within my difference and then pushing through the resistance is what has given me this level of success, greatness that anyone wants to subscribe, whatever anyone wants to subscribe it to. So I just feel like it's the price. But a lot of people give up on the way. A lot of people feel like it's too much to pay. And then, it's what it is. And for whatever it is that you settle for or you're able to attain by default of work, and it's not just physical work, like putting in the work, look good, dye your hair. Nah, it's also the mental work to be able to resist the resistance itself, knowing that, I see this is, like I just explained, if I didn't see that, I wouldn't know what their look upon me was and how to disprove that in my own way. But right now, it's no longer the case for me. And because of me now, this representation doesn't exactly, or me and many other people, Rema's doing great, Burna Boy, a bunch of people look not so, as people would say, rough. But they're doing amazing things as individuals. So it's
and
not,
some don't look like this and are not doing anything at all. So it's really not about that, is it?
It's not, but it's just the common reality. And you cannot ignore the common reality, not unless you're trying to create a fantasy. And fantasy don't exist. You can't ignore it. So admit the resistance, and then decide if you want to do the work to get above the resistance and create something new that has not existed before. And that's it. You become a one of one.
Hey, so Dr. C,
Yes.
the floor is yours. Take us away. We are with you.
So I just want to let me get some context. So everybody here is an aspiring influencer, creator, and entrepreneur. Okay. So I think there's something very important that I find missing in especially this generation now, and I'm not trying to throw shade or anything, is a lot of people are not aware or do not spend enough time thinking about their destination. Too many people are caught in the now, the draw of infinite scrolling, quick fame. I want to be an influencer, pop bottles in the club, Dorime and all of that, but they're not thinking about their destination. Now, there's something that I've been trying to speak to a lot of people when I get the opportunity to. What's your name? Joy. Okay, so Joy, if I gave you a set of, can you drive? Okay, so if I gave you a set of car keys
and I said, take, enter the car, drive, let's go, what are you going to ask me? Where to, right? If I said, don't worry, just be driving, at every single junction, you're going to ask me left or right. But if I said to you, we're going to Eco Hotel, if you've been to Eco Hotel before, you know how to get there in your mind. So you don't need as much direction. But if you've never been to Eco Hotel, you can take a GPS like Google Maps or something, put in your destination, and get directions to that destination. Now, while you're driving, if you miss a turn, left or right, Google Maps will reroute your journey and give you an alternative route to get to that same destination. But it will also tell you your journey is now 10 minutes longer, 20 minutes longer, or there's traffic here. It gives you an idea of how to get to where you want to go and how long it's going to take you to get there. So I want everybody to try and apply this to life. If your life is a journey and you do not know your destination, at every point in your life, you're going to be asking directions left, right, but you don't even know where you're going, so you can't even ask for directions. You don't even know the right directions to ask. So I feel like what's important is people need to take time, meditate, dream, ask questions, research, and draw a very clear picture of what you want your life to look like at a particular point in time, and now find your GPS that's going to get you there. So your GPS can be things like BTS. It can be like the podcast. It can be like master classes. It can be education. It can be finding somebody who has done the exact same thing and plot a course accordingly. But I find a lot of people don't spend time thinking about their destination. So as I'm continuing to speak, I'm going to charge everyone here right now to do something for me, and it's an assignment. I want you to go home in your quiet place, in your wherever you can be in your thoughts. And I want you to think about your life at the age of 50. And I want you to be able to describe that person as if you're describing your auntie or your uncle or your dad or your parents. And say, oh, Joy at 50, oh, she owns this, she runs this business, she has this amount of kids, she lives in this kind of house in this city, she has this amount of cars, she had a degree in this, she won an award for this, she accomplished this, she traveled here, she traveled there. I want you to visualize a very detailed picture of your life and your accomplishments at 50. When you do that, you have a destination to age 50.
All right, a round of applause for Dr. Seeds, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I have plenty questions for you. You guys, shall we begin? Shall we begin? Yep. Hopefully I can, say your minds. And if I don't say your mind, microphone will be passed to you to say your minds. All right. Why did you leave music? I think everybody wants to know.
So, like I said, at 28, I'd pretty much lived my dream. I'd done almost every single thing I wanted to do in music. I'd won awards, I'd toured the world, I'd had hit records, I had #1 hits. And, when I put out the last body of work that I did, it didn't get the response that I was expecting, and I didn't get the same thrill. And, they say you're living a great life when you get paid to do something that you would normally do for free. Once you don't have that thrill or enjoyment anymore, then it's time to find a new fire. And I've always said to myself that there's a limit to what my knees can handle at a particular age. But I can sit down and make film for the rest of my life. And I'm an avid consumer of TV and video content. I watch every possible series you can imagine in almost all languages. And I've always wanted to make film. So for me, that was the pivot. That was the next stage or the next evolution in my career. So there's a limit to how much energy you can give to different things. And sometimes if you try to do too much at any particular point in time, everything will suffer. So I had to make a conscious decision to, you know what, I've given music time. I can always go back to it if I want to. I can still perform my songs. I can still do shows. But I want to give time into this film and give it the dedication and focus that it requires. But then while doing that as well, I'm also a gamer. And I happened to be in America at a conference, a gaming conference, and I realized that gaming was a $3 billion industry.
Say that again.
A $3 billion industry.
Billion dollar, no naira.
The gaming industry makes more money than music and film combined.
In America, because how does that apply to Nigeria?
Globally, even if you add the numbers coming from Nigeria,
okay,
it's still making a lot of money. So I said to myself, why are we dulling on this in Africa? So I came back and I started a company to build the Nigerian gaming ecosystem. Till date, we've paid out over 45 million naira to gamers in Nigeria. I'm not
a round of applause.
You know, but it's still a growing industry, and it's going to take at least 3 to 5 years before we get it to the point where it can be called a career path. And that's my aim, to be able to have young people be looked at as professional gamers, because that's what's happening around the world, and they're making a lot of money. So it's also about giving back, capacity building, creating an extra industry and avenue for people to earn money. And I think, you know, in everything we do in life, you want to leave an impact and a legacy. So I think I've done my part for the music industry. I've done my contribution. There's a new generation that's going to take this to the next level. Let me go give my talent, my brain power, my expertise, and my passion into something else, which is gaming and which is film and television.
A round of applause. Now, working with Mo Hits, right? Mo Hits Records. I want to say you learned one or two things about collaborations and partnerships. For someone who claims he doesn't like people, how are you able to do that, right? Work with people. And how would you advise them to work with people? Because like you said, some of them here came here, they haven't said hi to each other. Oh yeah, now, shake somebody. Shake your neighbor. Shake your neighbor! This is BTS Master Class 2023! Neighbor! My celebrity neighbor! First! Shake your neighbor!
Alright! Let me answer that. Oh, by the way, that's one of the songs on the last EP featuring MI. Yeah, a song called Lifestyle. It's actually very apt with what we're talking about. And I think everybody here should listen to it. It's a very, very strong song. It's a hip hop lyric, if that makes any sense. So working with people, I think, apart from just intellect, I deal with energy. Sometimes you can tell somebody's energy is off. You don't want that around you. But then with Mo Hits, what Don Jazzy and the band were able to build at that point in time was a sense of family. So we lived together, we ate together, even though we had individual scraps, but it's like family. You sometimes you don't like your brother or your sister. You know what I'm saying? You want to just strangle them in the neck, but that's family. You know, and you learn how to live and tolerate and work with people to get the best out, because you want to make sure your family name is not soiled outside. So, entertainment and the creative industry is a very collaborative industry. An influencer, a content creator needs a script writer, you need a cameraman, you need an editor. You know, there's so many facets of things that you might not be able to do yourself. You need someone else to assist you. You need somebody to bounce off ideas. It's a very collaborative industry. So understanding that, I also learned how to be in the right spaces with the right people that bring out the best in you, in me. So as much as I say I don't like people, but it's very important to be able to attach yourselves to the right people that help you. Like I tell people wonder why the Prince is so successful with his record label with Rema and Ruga and the new dinosaur boy that's coming. The Prince has one of the most amazing gifts of spotting talents and understanding good music that I have ever seen in my life. He has a very unique talent for doing that, and it's only right that he uses that specific talent to be as successful as he is today, bringing out 2 platinum selling artists, global records, global recognition. Rema just hit 1 billion streams on Spotify.
That's most African.
Yeah, that's
ever.
a testament to him taking a skill and a talent that he has, using it and monetizing it.
True.
But Prince and I didn't necessarily get along doing more hits. But I would never downplay his criticism when it came to music, because he knew what he was talking about. If Prince said, "Boy, this one no enter," you go back, go rewrite. But see, that's the beauty about having people with a collective vision. No matter how you have rifts in between, because it's not going to be rosy all the time. You have to be able to take the best parts of people and use that to help you grow.
Are we done? I'm enjoying it.
Well,
Are you guys not enjoying it?
next question, because
You're giving us tea. All right, tell us how it is like working with Don Jazzy. You're one of his oldest friends, will I say protege? Can I use the word? And, signee. I'll say, please tell us how it is like working with Don Jazzy.
So it's a very interesting thing, because I know we never really tell the story. I met Don Jazzy in London, and when him and the band came to Nigeria, we continued that friendship. I wasn't initially a signee.
All right.
I was with Tribe Records. They were coming into the industry new. We did a few introductions, but then
How old were you then? I'm so sorry.
Oh wow, this is. Well, Tongolo is what year? 2003, 2004.
Yeah.
About that time. But when you see the trajectory and you see how fast they were growing, it was easy. It was a no-brainer for me to walk up to them and say, "Listen, me, I've done my part. I've done my own bit as an artist, but the way you guys are going, I like it and I want to be part of it." So I asked them, I said, "Please, can you take me on as an artist?" And a lot of people at the time thought I was crazy. They said, "You're bigger than these guys. You're this, you're that." I said, "No, it's not about being bigger than. These are people that are building something that is going to last a lifetime, and they're building a legacy. And I want to be part of that. And I don't have a problem playing a lesser position to learn and to grow with the right people." So this leads into another thing that I want to mention: ego and pride. If you see 2 goats fighting, what do? They don't just butt their heads. They go back, gather energy, momentum, charge, and knock each other.
What's that Yoruba say? Tiwa said it in her song.
That thing she said. It is okay to take a few step backs to see clearly, gather energy and momentum so you can achieve what you're trying to achieve. So that was it for me. But then, Don Jazzy is a very unique, peculiar individual. He's not a normal human being. The way he handles pressure, the way he handles friends, family. Don Jazzy will take the last t-shirt off his back and be naked to make sure that the people around him are clothed. And that's one of the reasons why he's so successful. He's the most honest, kind-hearted human being I've ever met. What he has done for me, I can't even begin to describe in words. There was one time I remember when I did my first, I used to be a rapper, and I moved to singing. And then he gave me the CD, Something About You, Winchy Winchy and Pop Champagne. We used to release 3 songs at the time, that time. He gave it to me and he said to me, he said, I need you to go and listen to these things because I know you don't sing well. Go and listen to these songs. Learn how to sing it exactly like it sounds on the CD. And then he said one thing to me. He said, Sidney, do you trust me? I said, yes. He said, if you trust me, I will make you a superstar. And Don Jazzy has never made a promise to me and failed. So when I say friend for life, I'm no longer with Maven right now, but I'm still a Maven by heart. That man, at a point in time, I had to notice that I used to do bodyguard for him. Like I'm so protective of him, it is unbelievable because he's so kind and open-hearted, and those people sometimes are vulnerable to people that want to take advantage of them. And I find myself being a little bit too overprotective. But you're protective of the Don who knows exactly what he's doing and how much vulnerability he's exposing to the world. Working with him has been an honor and a great experience. And it is something that I pray everybody, at some point in your career, your growth, you find somebody like that helps you be the best version of yourself.
Are you guys listening to that?
Has no judgment of you. I can't remember the number of times I fucked up, and Don Jazzy should have actually just said, you know what, get out. And he'll call me and sit me down and say, yo, this guy, this thing where you do, you're not supposed to do it like this. You're not supposed to, and you know, I had to ask him. I said, dude, who are you? Because I'm not. If not me, I know self when I don't break your head. You know, so those are special people that, you know, you have to just appreciate. And I my prayer is that he continues to grow to greater heights because he deserves every single amount of success that he's getting.
Supported us every season, 2021, 2022, and he's here again this year. Make some noise for Denrele! I salute you, comrade. I salute you, always and forever. All of you know Dorothy. She rose to fame from Big Brother Pepper Dem season or lockdown. You see? Now lockdown, no verse. I'm so sorry, but yeah, they're too much. They get ulcers. They get do what they do for COVID.
We be like 520.
They be set by set. They even get hierarchy. They have newcomers. They have the ones that have been there. The first set, them uti them.
You ask me. If you don't ask me, you can't.
You have to ask us here, Dr. Seeds.
No, goodbye. Goodbye. Hi everybody. My name is Dorothy Bachor, and yeah, what he said. Lockdown season.
Yeah.
I'm not a big talker. I mean, even on social media, I just post memes and just laugh at stuff and just be happy. But when he told me about, BTS and behind the story, I feel like it's behind what happens on social media. It's what we go through as public figures, influencers, and generally dealing with this fame, in quotes. I think for me, and what has worked for me in the past 3 years, like 3 years now, is being intentional about what I want for myself. Shutting out the fame. Oh, shutting out the, oh, Dorothy is famous. Oh, I walk into a room and everybody knows me. Yeah, I know that for facts. But I try to shut it out and be very intentional about what I want for myself, about what I want for my brand. And I do what? I stick to it. I had Hermes say something about, you can't be free to go to the mall. Da, 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 da. Bro, I go where the fuck I want to go.
I did go.
I go
I did
wherever
go.
I want to go. Of course, I understand what he means by, oh,
I
you
did
have
go.
to, yeah, you can't be everywhere and be seen everywhere, but I'm still me. You know, I didn't change because I got famous. I'm still that jovial, nice, cool-headed girl, and I so stick to it. I don't even let anybody disturb my peace of mind. I just do my thing. I stick to my brand, and I just stay happy. Honestly. What do I want to share? What's an experience I want to share?
You start from the beginning, so
What beginning?
the big brother coming out, how you've had to do with that,
Let me
your
even
plans.
start from before Big Brother.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's
let me
know Dorothy,
Let me
please.
see. Honestly, I'm the same person. Before Big Brother, what was I doing before Big Brother?
School.
Yeah, I studied accountancy.
What school?
Joseph Ayobabalola University. It's this very, very dead private. Sorry to say that.
But I
Private
funny enough, I
university.
know that school. When I was writing, like, you know,
We
Jamba,
had to
no.
always like wear long skirts. We couldn't do so many things because it was
Christian
yeah,
school.
it was a Christian school, and I did that for 5 years. Came out, job. I think I job hunted for like a year or so, but I couldn't find anything. Then I went for service, and after service, I came back to Lagos. I got a job. I was working as a personal assistant for this lady. And after a few months, I had to leave because I wasn't good enough for her, in quotes.
Come again, please say that again. Say that again.
You should say that now.
You should say that again.
I don't really like talking about it, but yeah, cause she's good people. But yeah, she said to me, "I like you. I like what you do, but you don't."
So no, I'll say it this way. And as much as that story sounds like a negative, it is what needed to happen.
Yeah. Hold on.
I said I want a responsive crowd. Please clap, please shout as the Spirit leads you.
And she said, you're not doing this like I want you to do. You're not doing it like I would want you to do it. And I remember going home that day on the bus, and I was crying because where was I going to get another job from? And she still called me that day. She was like, "Oh, I don't want you feeling bad, that. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, fine." Then I got another job. And guess what? The same thing happened again. I was frustrated out of that job. For the silliest reason, there was this girl that had a problem with me being the assistant to the boss. I don't know, maybe she thought I was too close to the food chain. And she made it her mission to frustrate me, and something happened and he picked her side, and all of a sudden I was supposed to be demoted to front desk. How do you go from the assistant to the boss to downstairs? Oh, hi, good morning, welcome to... I wasn't going to do that because that's not what I applied to be in your company. That's not the place I feel like I deserve to be. So guess what? I resigned. Another set of crying. Oh my God, this is the second job. Maybe I'm not supposed to work for anybody. Maybe I'm just supposed to sit at home and sleep. Or I was so confused. So I didn't look for any other job. I started a business. I started Shop For Me. So Shop For Me is more like a glorified market woman. Forget this bone straight hair and everything. Me and Lagos Island Market, 5 and 6. There's nowhere you want to go in that market that I do not know. You see those boys that will take you, that want to take you, that want to help you move around. Those boys that say, "Oh, wait till you want buy." Remain small. I for be one of them. I mean, not that bad, but I'm just trying to say I know the market that well, and I'm trying to show you where I started from or my journey. And I started doing shop for me, and started buying. I was buying things as little as pepper, like groceries, all those things, for people who didn't, have the time to go out and buy for themselves. And 2020 happened, and I always say that it was a disaster in the world, but that was my most blessed year. And I'm not even talking about just Big Brother. I'm talking about my procurement business shop for me, because everyone was locked in. Everyone was scared of COVID. Nobody want to go out and catch COVID. But guess what? I will buy. There was this face masks. It's like there was this really big one that people use, not the regular face. My own was the big one. I would go out, go to the market. I got permits because I had a friend that was friends with like a policeman. So I got permits. I could go out as like one of the medicals, whatever. I shall find ways. I'll go to the market. Food vendors that used to like sell food. I would do all their tomato, pepper, beef, meat shopping. And I would charge them 20%. And guess what? They were willing to pay because nobody wanted to go out. So I did that and I know how much I made within months, like during COVID. And I was just, making money and people were inside. So like the year started great. And during then Big Brother came, yeah. I remember just being in my room that day. And I told my friend, after this thing, make I just even put application, make I just even send. And I made the most random video. My hair wasn't made. I think I was wearing a camisole and a short. I wish I could post that video online, but nah. I'm too embarrassed. The most random video was what I made. I wasn't trying to, it was in my room, my curtain self. That room. Never mind.
You don't pack out of the house. You don't guess.
And, I just sent the video. And I got a call back. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Fame. It's a lot, honestly. It pushes you to be somebody else, somebody that you most likely might not be able to recognize if you're not firm. There's too much expectations. You have to look a certain way. Let me start from there. You have to dress a certain way. You have to know certain people. You have to belong to certain cliques.
Me, I no go belong, go.
Who says you have to?
We go drag am to the end.
I'm getting there. Who says you have to? Why are there rules to being successful? Or why are there rules to being famous? Who says you can't be famous and chilled? So I try to be different, They say, "Oh, Dorothy, is that girl from Big Brother? Hi, hello, you want a hug?" I'm that chilled. Because guess what? I don't care. Take the fame away and give me the money is what I always say. But guess what? You have to sacrifice this for this. Life will come at you. It's not easy. I heard you say something about anxiety when you do content.
The twins. We have twins in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
That's me. Up till this day, if I want to post a picture, I'll send it to like 5 of my friends. Oh, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Because I'm already looking at the picture too much. Which one should I, what's first slide? Should I give them this angle? So that's normal, my love. Guess what I do? I post it and I close my phone and I drop it. Because that's what I want to put out. I don't care whether you like it or whether you don't like it. That's my content.
I agree.
So I would post it and I would drop my phone and I would try to distract myself. It maybe when my friend just texts me and be like, "Oh, that picture is mad. I'm like, people like it. I be okay. Then I go check the comments. Do you? I think I'm a firm believer in doing your thing. Like, always be you. Don't try to be different. Don't try to fit in. And I really like what Hermes said. I hope I got his name right.
Yes.
Being different is very important. Don't try to copy. Don't try to say, oh, Dorothy did it this way. It might work for me. Nah. I think being different is better than trying to fit in. So do you, honestly. What else? What else should I add? Ask me questions?
Yeah, time for the question segment.
Oh, thank God. I'm like Dr.
Questions. But then DJ, the rule is you play song background music. You gotta play some.
I have a question.
No,
No, let me do an addendum.
Okay.
So, don't copy.
Yeah.
But you can be inspired.
Okay.
Key inspiration. Don't copy, but be inspired. Dorothy did it this way, but if I do it this way and I add this, it
Yeah,
makes me unique. You get the second one, but don't forget I can remember.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So the question is,
I feel like I'm
did you chase this life, or this life chased you?
I chased it. And I didn't chase it for the wrong reasons. You know? I watched closely the sets before mine, which was Pepper Them. And you know, I saw a group of people go into a house and voila, they come out. It wasn't just, I wasn't paying attention to the fact that they came out and they were famous only. They came out and they could, you know, they were making money off of social media. They could pay their bills. And this is somebody that already got kicked out of 2 jobs. Of course I wanted that. Of course I saw a platform that could put me out there and open doors for me to change my life. Of course I took it. So yeah, answering your question, I chased it, but for the right reasons.
Do you ever regret making that decision?
Sorry?
Do you ever regret making the decisions you made leading up to now?
What am I regretting now? What am I regretting? There are no regrets. I'm certain things that I probably have done or maybe said, maybe. But the action that brought me this far, never. I mean, we're not perfect. I'll still make mistakes. I will still say things that they will drag me. They will do this. But ain't nobody ever died from that.
Who have you ever seen die from insults?
Have you ever seen anybody have died of insults? Nobody. So yeah, I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to tell anybody I'm perfect. I'm not trying to tell anybody that I'm not going to make mistakes. So yeah, no regrets. I will make another mistake tomorrow. So sorry in advance. Yeah. Sorry in advance, man.
So how do you keep it balanced? How do you keep your balance, right?
Good.
Because you said you're not like Hermes, or rather, Hermes spoke about in terms of going to the mall and you know, how do you keep the balance with your real life and fame? How do you strike the balance?
I just heard it word. Stay grounded.
Stay grounded. So you believe you're grounded?
I'm not.
I'm asking.
You said I'm asking. I believe I'm grounded. I believe I don't let the fame get into my head.
Exactly.
So that's another thing that a lot of people miss. Okay, I'm going to Big Brother. I'm going to be famous. A lot of people are going to know me. Oh, I'm famous. So you forget that Big Brother is not a fame sharing platform. It's an opportunity for you to show the world what you are. I mean, you go in there without a plan. And I'm not talking about the strategy of what to do in the house. I'm talking about a plan of what you want to do after, what you want to do with the platform that it has given to you. If you don't have a plan, you will drown. So try to stay grounded. Like, you're famous. Like, I know I'm famous, but yeah, whatever though.
Kind of answered my question in a way.
Okay.
But I think I need it more direct. How do you handle rejection?
How do I handle what?
Rejection.
Sometimes I'll cry. But
like, how do you bounce back?
I feel like that's life generally. Like, you won't always get yes. You know, some people will like you, some people won't like you. Some people will want to work with you, some people will want you to some people wouldn't want you to work with their brand. So you just have to tell yourself it's okay. I mean, you feel bad, honestly. Emotionally, you'll probably be down that, what's going on, da-da-da-da. But, you know, there's always a reason for everything. It's the same way I was chased out of a job. And then Big Brother came. You know? So God took that thing and replaced it. It's not easy. I'm saying it now. It's not. It sounds easy, but it's not. You probably feel down. You probably be sad. You probably cry. But there would always be something else. That's what I believe, though. Thank you.
All right, give me a second. Who else has a question? Yeah, somebody at the back has a question. Could somebody please
Do what I did. If people didn't like it, but I told them, no, don't worry, you don't get it. I was being stubborn. Because if I'd listened to the feedback in that small circle, I probably wouldn't have released that project. The music is good, but was it what I needed to put at that particular point in time? No. And I didn't listen to that feedback. And I was believing in social media, not believing in the feedback of friends and family. But when you read social media, they tell me. I don't say you won't counter me just now. It's a fear service girl.
Hi, good evening. My name is Faith. My question is, what advice do you have for those that are like low on resources? Like, most times you have ideas and content you want to create, but then you don't have the resources to like put them out and stuff. And even when you have the resources to put them out, the engagement you get back, like after using everything you have to do this thing, then you're not getting low engagements. Like, what's your advice on that?
Please, where is this face?
Okay. So when I watched the interview last night, she was saying it's because people take out words from context. Yes. So how do you like deal with, let's say now I just say, the way Dr. Sid said, I don't like people. Yeah. People can carry that in next thing tomorrow, you're seeing it on Insta blog. So how do you tell people that choose to misunderstand you in your own way? How do you deal with it? Because it gives me so much anxiety to speak. Because before you say one thing in the public, another person will say 10 different things, yes, not even looking like what you want to say. So how do you deal with it?
That's a very beautiful question. Please make some noise for that beautiful sister. They will continue to misinterpret. They will carry everything you've said, package it, and make it just look like filth. But then again, it's the industry we found ourselves in. If you can't deal with it, go and get a 9 to 5. If you can't deal with it, go and find another job description elsewhere. But if you're in the industry, you have to be prepared for it. Now, in my own case, as you directed the question to me, if you don't tell the market your story, they will define it for you. So when you put your foot down and keep insisting on what you represent, what you stand for, your essence, your brand, your aura, they will follow suit. Some people will refuse to grant interviews because you'll be taken out of context. Yes. That happens. Media wants to sell. But then, are you daring media in your own way? So let me give you a little example. Back in the day, this is way before the advent of the internet too. There was a picture that circulated the tabloids of myself and Charlie Boy sharing a kiss. I was in Malaysia at the time when that picture came out, and BlackBerry was a deal. Okay. So everybody was sending me the picture on BlackBerry. I saw it, I was stunned. But guess what? I landed in Nigeria. All the immigration officials had that newspaper. The publication printed, after the first week they sold out, they printed another set again. And then just in front of immigration, look at you. What is this? I had to make the situation seem light. I remember I was in traffic. Vendors would run to my car, knock on the window and say, hey, look, what thing you do. At a point, if I go out at night, everyone will say, hey, you are looking for Charlie Boy. And then I had to make humor out of the whole situation. I said, kiss me well. I find the next person to kiss. My darling, if you throw it at me, it will slide off me like baby oil on a stripper's pole. Whatever you throw at me, negative, toxicity, crazy ass energy, it will slide off me like baby oil on a stripper's pole. Yalla anybody. Hello? I started my hustle before the advent of the internet. You see, now we have faceless identities, typing and throwing off manners of shades and expletives at you. Back then, they used to confront me on the road. People would jack me on the streets. Hey, come here. They would jack me. Hello? So, ni baba o ni yani. That's, you don't get parents. They don't see you before you come out from my house. So if I could go through that, and then when I was in Unilag at the time, I wrote all my tests and exams outside the class. Every single thing. They never allowed me into the class. So I consistently dealt with negative reception all the while. Okay. Stronger than the media. And that's why I said you would dare media. They throw something at you, they take something you say out of context, find the humor in it, and throw it back at them. Never let them see you coming. Hello? And my darling, remember what I said? Yeah. To survive in this country alone, you have to be mad. And when I say mad, it means making a difference. To your anxiety, only you can deal with that. You see, anxiety comes in all shades and forms. But guess what? The moment you're given a microphone, the moment you're in the spotlight, own it. Nobody can own it for you. Own it yourself. Own the momentum. Own your spotlight. Own your own show. You are a one-woman working show. You are a YouTuber, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
My darling, when you're shooting the next episode, bring me on. We go talk the one way past the one way then go talk, so that guess what? You will have viral moments. Because at times, you were saying, say that again.
How do I contact you?
Sweetheart, I'm here. You will take me with you. Misuse me, abuse me, overuse me, carry me, go. I got you. You see, what I love about BTS and Germain Media is the fact that this is not only about listening to a special session or master classes or symposiums and whatnot. It's all about the networking. We're here to network. We haven't met each other before. Now is the time to get to see, bro, how can I collaborate with you? What can I do with you? How can you help me? How can you help my ministry? Because we're here to be instrumental to people's success stories. So, Fatia, baby, I got you. If you want, I will come on your show. You want a viral, I will give you hot. And we can mess up with media. When they say, let's funk shit up. And then at the end of the day, you make all the beautiful numbers and you'll be smiling to the banks. I mean, not so. Yes. And you and I will know that, yalla anybody. We're using them to catch crows. I hope I answered your question right.
Yes, but I have a second question.
Oh, yeah, bring it. Drop it like it's hot.
Okay, before it gets too dark.
Yeah. Back in the day, I didn't have too many clothes. I had 2 shirts and 3 jeans. But I will wear them, I will wear the 2 shirts and 3 jeans like I owned 1,000 pairs. Now, it's the grace of God. My room alone, my dressing room, I have to wade through clothes. It's God's grace. But you see, at that time, I was grateful for the little that I had, but I never made it look like I had little. People would never have guessed that I couldn't even afford a pair of shoes at the time. I would rock what I had, remix it, I will pin, I will shred, I will zip, I will hook, I will patch, I will pin. I turned designer overnight. But then, fast forward to now, I appreciate what I have. Yeah. And it's because you know my name, not my story. You've seen what I do, but you don't know what I've been through. I know what I've been through, and I know how I got to this very point in time. So, with fashion, fashion is very expressive. As they say, style is an expression of individualism mixed with charm. You would wear even the cheapest shit and make it look like $1,000,000. My darling, you don't have to break bank now. So in my own case, I can wear anything I want to wear. I will wear it again and again, and I can get away with it. It's called branding. It's called also brand visibility. And then again, take away the outlandish hair, take away the flamboyant clothes, the skyscraping shoes. The person holding a microphone is also making sense. Yes. So I'm selling the market well. So even if you are swayed by kilo kosi, kilo war, kilo agbe, kilo ju, and then you pause and you listen, and the person is making sense. So at the same time, as a designer, you should know how to, dear media, as I said, monetize your content, and also at the same time, move for the power of collaboration. There are a lot of people you can collaborate with. There are people who you can make stuff for without breaking the bank and create a brand identity for yourself. So, my darling, are you going to make me something? Are you going to make Dorothy a crop top to pack her Golden Globes very well?
I will.
You will?
Yeah.
Sweetheart, I got you. Okay. Got you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the building, a beautiful friend of mine just walked in, all the way from Hamburg, Germany. She's a supersonic superstar. She was just at the One Music Africa Fest. She was with Mobad, God bless his soul. He's resting in power. My one and only Afrobeats queen. She's hiding. You are holding phone. I don't know what you're holding a phone for. You better bring your German winch self and come here. Make some noise. For her Yoruba name is Oyin, but we call her Oyin Baby O. Oyin, please come through.
Hello everyone, good evening. I'm very happy to be here. I haven't seen Denrele in a while, so that is my highlight for today already. I'm always very inspired when I'm going to this kind of events, seeing a lot of young people that are so creative. I think we have so many people here in Nigeria that are that kind of way, and if I want to tell them something about my own journey and what I learned for myself in the creative industry, in the entertainment industry, is that it's always good to have a plan and a direction where you want to go. Sometimes you will face circumstances for wherever you go, and you haven't figured out everything, how you're going to manage the situation or how you're going to deal with any issues or difficulties. But it's always very important to know where you are going, like to have the vision and to know where you want to be. And then work towards it. And you don't have to always figure everything out at that point, but just keep going and try to always make the best out of situation. If there's resistance somewhere and you feel like you're stuck, just try to see if there's maybe something that you didn't think of before that you can do to keep moving. And just keep going, because in the end, it's the people that keep going that will make it. And I'm encouraging all of you to keep doing your thing and believing in yourself, and just go for it. Thank you so much.
Oyin, sorry, you are joining us on this table. Alayemi, please. She can't drop EP. What does that tell you? Niger is a gold mine. We're proud to be Nigerians. If you can make it work in Nigeria, you can make it work in any parts of the world. To my sister who was asking me that beautiful question, my darling, the power of collaboration is key. See, we are here for you today. As I said again, use me, abuse me, misuse me, overuse me. I got you. And if there's anyone you want to work with in the industry and you feel that this person will be ideal for your brand values and identity and will take your market to the next level, sweetheart, just holler me. I got you.
Thank
you. Got you.
Thank you.
Fatia, baby. The plug. Hello. I like to know how to do plugging where. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, today is not a day for speech making, no. Dr. Sid has done all the talking. But let me just say something very quickly. As I said earlier, please, everybody, Look at the person sitting next to you and ask the person a very important question. Just ask the person, say, neighbor.
Neighbor.
I can't hear you. Say, neighbor.
Neighbor.
Are you mad?
Are you mad?
It's a question.
I'm aware.
Honest question. Just ask. Ask again. Say, neighbor. Are you mad? This madness I am talking about, my people, you cannot create fundamental change without a certain level of madness. To survive in Nigeria, you have to be mad. This madness is non-conformity. The power to turn your back on the old formula and the courage to invent the future. So when I say you are mad, it's an acronym for making a difference. So look at your neighbor now and say, neighbor, you guys, they mad though. Say, neighbor, be mad though. We all have to be mad. Matter of fact, the reason why we are all here today is because we are all mad. But in a good way. To my people over there, you see this angle, this special table over here. There are many things happening. Networking, sold out. Oshe, please, I want to hook up after. Hook me up. Hook me up. I'm coming over there. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? This is the digital era. Content is king, but also content is kingdom. Content is what mobilizes an audience. So what is your content? Are you content or are you just making noise? You have to, we are both, Abby. Find a balance. Make noise, make content, but dear media. Because you see, everyone in this building can dear media. And we all can do it the best way that we can. As I always say, I started out in 1994. I don't know where some of you were at that time. But I started out at the age of 11. I've been at 12. This was way before the advent of the internet or social media. So what we had to rely on was visibility on screen and on tabloids and magazines. And if people won't curse you, you know now we have social media, people will type and curse you. You see people complaining, they are dragging me. My own dragging was physical confrontation. Up front, they will I say I go there inside bus, they will drag me, they will park on Third Mainland Bridge. Weary. Bole. Bole.
Because during your time, they were very uninformed.
People are still uninformed till now.
True.
People cannot, if you don't understand something, you refuse to understand it. So
I agree.
It's a Nigerian thing.
True.
But guess what? We are going to dear media. That's why we're here. That's why Jermaine will bring BTS right up into our faces for us to learn how to dear media. So look at your neighbor and say, neighbor.
Neighbor.
Prepare.
Prepare.
To dear media. Dear media. To my twins over there. I want twins. Do you know that we have twins on the other side? Hello, twins.
Where are they?
The twins sitting with Wale. So we have twin brothers on that side.
Come on, can we see the twin brothers and see the twin sisters, please?
Twin brothers.
Wait for us.
If
Wait
you don't
for
stand
us.
up,
Wait
I'll
for
come
us.
and finger your eye. Stand up now. Twin brothers in the building. Gay.
Shake up, boss it, Tani.
Yes, I think we should actually drag them forward.
Oh, yeah, no.
Please come forward.
Boss it.
And then, of course, we have the twin sisters in the building. Their markets can never run down. I'm also doing. I'm also sure. As you can see, Baba God took all their problems and put them behind them.
Twin brothers.
That's at their back.
Clear road for twin brothers.
Ladies, please come. Please come forward. Please come
twin
forward.
brothers.
Oyin, you are going to be the judge of this competition now. Ladies, and let me help you. Snap Code, we love you very much.
Thank you, Snap Code. Thank you, Snap Code.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is my mom, ladies and gentlemen. Denrele, do the honors.
Ladies and gentlemen, divas and divos, fashionistas and fashionistas, content creators and curators, look at an emblem, a national treasure, a monument to mankind. The woman that built the hospital she was born in. The only woman that outbonded James Bond. Ladies and gentlemen, Mama Germaine does not lick ice cream, it melts in fear. Without a pencil, she will draw your attention. If mommy wants to buy ice cream, guess what? She will buy the whole of Antarctica. Because her hair alone has a social security number. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Mommy Jermaine one more time.
The Chi. Everybody say the Chi.
The Chi.
The Chi.
Do you want to say anything real quickly?
Oh, thank you everyone for being here.
Yeah.
I appreciate all of you for coming around, to celebrate with my son. I'm so grateful to see you all. I love you all.
We love you, the Chi.
We love you too.
We love
Thank you so much.
Mommy, don't go. Mommy, how many of these events? Because see, you have been present back to back. You have been a support system from inception, even to completion. Mommy, let them know. From the very first BTS Master Class, powered by Jermaine Media, Mommy, you did here. Even this one like this, as we want to do after party, Mommy, you still did here. Please let us know.
Yeah, I've been supporting Jay right from he was born with this art. That's what I'm going to say. He was born in this art. From day one, even when he was in a crèche, he has been very smart. I knew that he was going somewhere. This is just the beginning. I knew it. And today it has come to pass.
A round of applause for my mom, please.
Make some noise for Mommy Jermaine in the building.
The Chi.
Mommy, we love you. Mommy, how old then say you be again?
I just turned 50 in March 1st.
That's
Do
the
you believe that
Chi.
Mommy is 50?
At
No,
all.
I don't believe.
Mommy is 30 years old with 20 years of experience. Mommy right now is not 50. She's ageless, as I said. She's timeless. She's flawless. She's stainless, and she's spotless. And Mommy be like person where they write Junior Waek. Mommy, I call you Iya Gbogbo, a.k.a. Iya Gbogbo. Dorothy.
Mama, my boys.
Sure, you don't want to come and hug Mommy. A.k.a. the Mommy and
my
boys. Dr. Sid, please come and do. You have hugged Mommy already. Oh,
just come.
Sorry, no vex, no vex, no vex.
Thank you.
Mommy, if anybody toasts you, tell us so.
Tell us so.
Tell us so. We have to know. They have to know that you are not anybody's mates. Make some noise for Mommy Jermaine one more time.
Thank you, Denrele. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Caramel Plug in the building. Our fifth speaker, Caramel Plug.
The plug.
What do you say to people when they complain that, or not complain, or when they talk about when they post something and they don't get engagement? Like, what's your advice to people on how to sort of get engagement on their content?
Now, remember very vividly, when I started building my platform, I wasn't really concerned about engagement. I wasn't into who's watching my content, how many people are commenting and all, because I just wanted to do me and see where it takes me. But going down the line and entering into influencing, I've come to realize that your numbers actually your marketing value. Those are what clients will look at to see if they want to work with you or not. However, this is something that you can't really control. Sometimes you do a very great content. You can be like, okay, I'm expecting maybe XYZ amount of comments, and your comment section just falls below what your expectation was. It just falls below, and it's not something you can control. It just happens, But what I will say is, always put out good content. Always put out, stuff that would have good replay value. So if you're putting out a content, you should be able to go back and watch it by yourself. Even if nobody's watching you, be sure that this is something that you yourself you're going to enjoy. Talk more of the people who are watching you. Do you understand? So, yeah.
All right, thank you very much. So, to Caramel, please.
Hello.
Yeah, so, I would like to know how you handle. I would have asked Denrele, but I think he's quite busy. So, the other part is how you handle criticism after the events must have occurred. How you handle criticism. But for Denrele, I would like to know how he handles. Oh, sorry. All right. How you handle criticism before the event happens, because I know you take pictures, you make videos, so yours must have to what people say after this. I know you don't care what people say, but then there must be a way you handle this criticism after. And for Caramel, how you, because you do podcasts, so you must have a way you handle this criticism after this event. I'm asking this not actually in an entertainment form, but in a business-minded person that I try to do my business. For me to launch the business.
Speak, my brother, speak up. Come on, have fun.
For me to launch the business, I always think of, oh, people say I have to make this thing perfect, I have to invest more into this, I have to put this, and even that, I have to be dragging funds from something else, trying to put it into this particular thing. So how do I just deal with it generally?
Okay, thank you very much for asking that question. First of all, I would advise one thing, yeah? If you ever live your life based off of what people say, you're going to kill your mind faster than you kill yourself physically. And that's because every individual has something that somebody else doesn't have. Do you understand? Now, going to criticisms, yeah, nobody really prepares to be criticized publicly. Do you understand? Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, and we live in a society where there's this mentality that if everybody is criticizing one person, nobody wants to see the other side. Everybody's going to follow and criticize them. Do you understand? It's like a sheep
mob mentality.
Sheep mentality.
Herd.
Do you understand? So
herd cow.
Well, that's one thing I've come to understand. Waiting to see, okay, what's the reaction going to be? What are people going to say? What's next? Do they like this? Do they not like this? Check in with yourself. If you've cross-checked with your mind, cross-checked with your head and said, okay, this is good. I'm not hurting anybody. What I'm doing is going to help my own business and my brand. You go with it. Do you understand? Like, you move on, you proceed with it. Because one thing I'll tell you for sure is that people will criticize now, but they're going to adjust. They will adjust to you, you know, especially if you're consistent. Do you understand? At first, they will first, criticize you, throw stones at you, XYZ. But if you're consistent, they'll start to wonder, how is this person being consistent like this? Like, what's this person doing differently? And before you know, you start leading a path. Do you understand? You start leading a path. People will start wanting to do what you're doing, and they wouldn't mind being criticized. Do you understand? So you asked the question, you said, how do I handle the reactions or the criticism after the event has occurred? Yeah. So genuinely, one thing I do is I always recheck with myself. Do you understand? And I always check in my mind, because your mental health is very, very important. Very important. I can't even emphasize. One thing I do is if maybe there's something happening, around caramel or that kind of thing, I do not read comments. I never read comments. Ever read comments. I would never go out of my way to go and start searching caramel. What did caramel do today? Because you won't see what would help you. You would see what would help other people. Do you understand? You see, like, these are people that are just writing from their homes. They don't care. They don't know what's going on. They don't care. They're just following what everybody is saying. Do you understand? So if you keep feeding into that, your mental health will keep depreciating. Who is that helping? Them and not you. Do you understand? So that's one thing I've learned to understand, and that's one thing I've learned to live with. Like, going out of my way to start looking for what people are saying is never going to help me. It's never going to help anybody. So just keep doing you. Keep being consistent. Stay true to yourself, and that's how you're going to flourish.
So
literally.
I have an addition to what she's saying. So if some people are overthinkers, so they really don't have a choice but to criticism gets to them. So what I do is, before I do anything, and this is how I learned how to get good at interviews and different things, I sit down and I ask myself every possible question they can ask me, and I answer it. And once I'm satisfied with my answer, if I go outside and I say anything that I prepared, if you like it, if you don't like it, that's your business. You get? So if you're worried about criticism, before you put out the thing or whatever, ask yourself, okay, if I do this, they can say this. If I do this, they can say this. They can do this, they can say this. If they say this, do I mind? If they say, do I mind? You wait, because you also don't want to put yourself in a state where you will mess with your mind, because some people generally can't handle those things the way we say. So prepare yourself for the negatives. There are two instances I'll give you. Eminem did it in 8 Mile. In the final battle rap, he went into that battle rap and insulted himself. Then asked the guy, all the yab that he wanted to yab me, I don't yab myself. Oh yeah, tell them something about me they don't already know. You get? So you prepare for the negatives. You do your pros and your cons, because sometimes we don't want to just go blindly and do some dumb shit. You get? Ask yourself the negatives and be prepared for the consequences. Because there might be consequences. Do you have a contingency plan? I'm a Boy Scout, so I like to be prepared. Okay, I don't talk one thing for here. One person fit take am personal, but if the person take am personal, I go tell her sorry, or I go explain the context. Finish. If you don't take that one, then I'm sorry, I can't help you. But it's also important to stay true to your ideas. I think it's important also for us to really play devil's advocate and ask ourselves the hard questions. It's like doing market analysis or preparation for your business. You have to know that if I put this cloth aside, person if buy them, person if no buy them. If they buy them, then like this go be. If they don't buy them, then like this go be. If you don't buy them, and like this go be, wasting I go do. So you really have to prepare yourself for the negatives. We can't prepare totally, but to a large extent, you can cushion the blow. So whenever it happens, okay, I don't say this is going to happen. It don't be. You move. But you do not dwell. You take your mistakes, you learn from them, you try as much as possible not to repeat encore. You get it. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's
Stelson.
I'm going to say the same thing to you. Say to yourself, say, Stelson. I don't read the news. I make the news. If nobody talk my talk, talk 'em.
If nobody talk my talk,
they don't acknowledge that I exist.
That's
all. If you don't read the news, you make the news. If people are not talking your talk, they don't acknowledge that you exist. So people must talk your talk. If they're not talking your talk, there's a problem. That means your enemy is dead. So, bruh, as you said, how do we handle...
It's always, sure, yeah, just to add on that, it's
Yes.
always good to use your enemies as fuels. Do you understand? I don't know how to explain this in layman terms, but if ever you find yourself in a situation whereby you feel like, okay, cool, you have maybe haters, they call it haters, you have haters and everything, use that as a fuel. Motivate yourself, because at the back of your mind, you know that they want to see you fall, they want to see you fail. So how do I get better? How can I be better? How can I, double whatever I'm doing and be better and make sure that I'm okay? Do you understand? So don't dwell. Dwelling, I would never advise.
Caramel, to add to that, please, bro, how do you spell haters? Haters, Abi? It's an acronym for hating at those experiencing real success. Bam! Haters are confused admirers. They are hating at those experiencing real success. You, bro, you're experiencing real success. You lie anybody. If they don't talk your talk, then, as I said, they don't acknowledge that you exist. So go with it.